this on me and expect you to do the next level?
Yeah.
All right, girl. Start it off.
Damn.
Now we doing it? Now we doing
Now
it?
we doing it.
All right. How do I fucking how am I doing this? All right.
Want me to do it? I can do
No,
it.
I got it.
What's your magic?
Welcome to Plus on Talk, where today we are joined by the boys. Starting off, we have the Tex Boy.
Why you sound like you get your thumb up your ass?
Because my thumb is so far up my ass to avoid having this year fuck me harder. Now fucking announce yourself!
Hi.
We have the Keaton Fenrir boy. I fucked that up.
Everybody.
We have the JP boy.
See, woo! That's what Ronaldo says, right?
Yeah. We have.
I think you're trying to do Moana. She-hoo.
And last but not least, we have the Swiftly Rod boy.
Hello.
I am your host, Sir Bacon. We have a couple things tonight that we want to talk about, primarily about Season 2 of Tekken 8. First things first, let's just get this out of the way. How's everyone doing?
Don't make me answer that.
Meh. MEH.
Yeah. At the moment, yeah.
All right, Tex?
Hey, I can't complain. I've been doing all right.
All right, so we're all doing good. We're doing good. We're not over here freaking out about any of the changes yet. We'll get to that. First things first. I mean, first things after the first thing. Y'all can start playing some matches, but season one's coming to an end. Season 1's coming to an end. We're finally done with season 1 of Tekken 8. What y'all think? What y'all got? What you got for me? Highlights, dislikes, things things you're glad to see going, things you want to see come back. What do you want?
I mean, it feels like it's been like at least 2 years we've been playing this game. I don't know why. And it's only been a year, or a year and a month, right? But what, year and a month?
Year and a month.
This game came out what, March, right? Or April?
February.
Or February.
Came out February last year.
Yeah, but I mean, we've also been playing the beta and everything like that. So I mean, it feels like we've been playing for like 2 years of this game, and we're finally getting like a significant update. So, yeah, I mean, I feel good. Y'all feel good?
Yeah, I like season 1. There's like, things I can complain about it, but generally, the first year of Tekken has been one of the funnest I've had with a Tekken game. So can't complain too much, but when we get to talk about season 2, then I can compare the two and see how I feel. But yeah, I like the first year of Tekken, the first season.
I mean, we're not trying to compare seasons. We're just like giving like everything's done. We're winding down.
Yeah, I guess I mean it's like a comparison of like what their attention it is from season 1. But yeah,
we'll worry about that when we get to season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Steve's gone through a lot of changes this season, so this game has felt fresh to me the entire way through. Every time there was a patch, Steve was getting slight tweaks here and there. So I'm over here like all right, now I'm gonna change my character entirely again. This is great. I just got used. Like I was telling Tex that like I wanted to change up my playstyle for Steve, and he's like, this close to season 2? I'm like, yeah, this is like the best time to do it because all these changes aren't gonna matter.
Yeah, I was kind of scared of getting on Tekken like late. Because it'll be like, I'm going to develop bad habits that are no longer useful.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god, because, they said they're changing like a ton of things, not just what it was showcased on the show.
Yeah, because there's going to be like, because when they said 1,000 notes, they meant like 1,000 notes. It's going to be a minute reading through all that shit.
Exactly.
But with, no, I mean, this was a very eventful first season. Between having gone to Evo, like for me personally, between having to go to Evo, starting up locals, doing this podcast with you guys, the constant shift in how everything's been working, like the constant tuning of this game. Like Tech said, oh yeah, we're gonna get like a significant change. I'm over here like, this is just another patch for me, dude.
Another day in the office?
Yeah, this is another day in the office. It's like, I don't know. Like, aside from us screaming, like, the only thing that stayed the same was we complained about the same 5-6 characters the entire season. So, like, yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping that with the way I just hope that there's a lot of, I'm gonna say this with as much something or other as I can. Please let the lessons from season 1 be learned. God damn it! I doubt that's gonna happen because season 2. But hey, I hope. But please let the lessons be learned. Clear communication up front, Bandai. We need you guys to say what your intentions are for this shit. Because even right now, we got people kind of freaking out. Anyone else got thoughts for season 1? Season 1.
I guess I'll go since I just lost. Season 1 was, well, as a Dragunov player, season 1 was really good considering that like Dragunov wasn't like as great as he was in 7. So I was actually hyped that he was getting some light, but in a negative way to an extent. But other than that, like, yeah, I mean, like there's some positive in, but like it's gone to the point where like, you know.
There's been so much
in the spotlight, but now it's like
not in a good spotlight. It's I finally get my character to be in a good spot. Oh wait, and then the community did not like that.
But the thing is, like, I do agree with some of the things. So it's one of those things where like I agree. So they just need to fix them. But other than that, as a whole, like like, yeah, they need fix. They could do with some fixing of other things, like the whole like this game is too aggressive thing. You know, the whole heat system. It's been a whole year, but I feel like Namco has time to fix this game.
Yeah, well,
it's kind of bittersweet.
Yeah.
Because we all love this game, so we don't want this game to fail.
Yeah, no. Like no one really wants the game to fail, but we'll save I'll save those thoughts for season 2 when we start talking about it. Keenan, have you enjoyed or disliked? Have you liked or disliked season 1?
So for me, I got into this game like a whole 3 months late because of circumstances.
With Eddie?
No, because I was living with my in-laws because my house flooded.
Oh yeah. I remember now. I'm sorry about that.
It's all right. And then like the second I got back, Eddie was like slated to drop in like a week, and in that week I got Asuka to the blue ranks, and I was just like, this game fucking rocks. Like, you know, like when it came to fighting games, like in 2023, like I was helping like run tournaments at a place, and then all that just fell apart, and so I was like, oh damn, that sucks. And then this game came out, and it kind of like re-bolstered my love of like fighting games and the genre. Recently though, like as of like freaking like December, January, like this January this year, December last year though, like I do feel like people started to figure this game out in a way where it's like all this stuff that was supposedly there that made it so you couldn't do the stuff that they're doing. No, they can do it. Like, you know, sidestepping supposedly being really strong. It's not really. It's strong against like a wide array of moves, but all the good characters, and I would argue all the bad characters, have a wide array of good moves you're not going to sidestep. Doesn't matter what direction you pick. There's no homing indicator, but you're not going to sidestep it. So that's kind of annoying. Because I can't backdash it either. So I need to be able to do something because it's safe, and they're going to keep pressing. They're going to keep pressing the button, and then they're going to press it, and then they're going to heat, and then they're going to press the button again, and I'm just going to have to sit here and deal. deal with it. I watched that running 2 on this character catch me out of a sidestep not too long ago.
Yeah, for some reason the tracking in 8 is far more like it's crazier than in 7 in terms of tracking.
So like, you know, I just kind of like fell out of this game. I haven't been to a local since like January, and you know, I'm not trying to spend money, be tired for work the next day just to lose to Yoshimitsu. Like, to different people using Yoshimitsu. It would be one thing if it was just Gotsoi, but it's not just Gotsoi. It's Gotsoi and it's more like 2 other dudes, but I think it was like 4 at one point, and I'm not doing that.
Is there a Yoshi player Cody's place?
Yeah, Gotsoi.
Oh shit. He uses Yoshi? Damn,
Yes.
I didn't know he used Yoshi.
I think I fought him in 7 and he still used
He
He
did.
was a Yoshi main?
He did, and he was good. He was good in that one too. So like, this is like a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
God damn. Yeah, I can't step shit. I think I'm just trying to get used to you. I'm just trying to get used to it right now.
he's gonna get some new tools, so
Oh yeah.
I don't know if she needs it, but that's fair.
I mean, I want to get to that point where the whole. Do you guys watch Heat Speak recently?
I have not.
It was pretty informative.
What happened
I learned a couple things.
What happened to Tex?
Oh, I'm here. I had to drop out for a second. I was losing some frames.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah. Oh yeah, just wrap up before I start playing, and someone else can go. I really appreciated this game at the start. I've kind of fallen out of it. I still don't think it's bad. I think it's just kind of stress-inducing.
Yeah.
Like, if you're trying to rank up or you're trying to like play an attorney, it's just kind of stress-inducing. But playing with you guys, when I play with you guys, like none of that matters. Like
Yeah,
this game is
there's
just
no
a lot
salt.
better.
There's no salt when we were playing. It's just talking,
Yeah.
and then we're just trying to get better. To add to your point, Keenan, is like you said in the beginning, the people who figure this game out, like really figure this game out. Like when you're playing, like you know how to abuse it and stuff like that.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
once you know what to do, like, and once you know, hey, this guy's not sidestepping this particular move. I'm not saying that it could be a bad thing too, because like, why are you abusing it? But it's one of those things where like, once you figure it out, like this game gets less fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I can see that.
I mean, yeah. Like, what was I thinking? It's kind of that thing where it's like, you find that really cool, fun thing you like doing with your character, and then you find out you can't do it at a certain level because it's not good. And a matter of fact, like, if you do that, you're just opening yourself up, kind of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you lose, and then you get mad, and you're like, fuck this game.
Yeah. Because it goes from playing, like, doing the fun, cool shit to I just literally need to just do, like, once again, from, like, Tekken 7, I need to do a handful of moves. Like, because people complain, there's people who are like, oh no, the game is just 50-50s. I'm like, yeah, but until you get to that point where the game is just nonstop 50-50s, when you're still in that neutral point fighting for the advantage,
Someone
it's still
did put,
Tekken.
Like a diagram, like you activate heat, then you do heat snatch, and you're plus for like a minute. And what's your opponent supposed to do? Like,
Hold back. Hold it.
yeah.
It sucks, but yeah, hold back. Yeah.
And then the season 2 changes, like, I mean, we'll get to that part when we talk to it, but like some characters get more stuff in heat, like for example King, which why? But okay.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. Don't worry. There's some stuff that I think some people are exaggerating how good it's gonna be, but we'll talk about that, because some of the stuff that we looked at, Harado is kind of right in the sense of like, wait till we get our hands on it, because there's some stuff that I'm.
Jin was kind of bullshit, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, the Jin shit, yeah, maybe, but I'm talking about I'm talking about the King shit. But we'll get to that here in a second.
Okay.
Tex, impressions of your final impressions of season 1.
Yep.
My final impression of season 1. Like I said, I feel like it went on for too long. I feel like we, like I said, we were playing the same game for about 2 years with just minor updates. I felt like a lot of things were just a little wonky on the game. You know what I mean? Some things should have been. I think some things should have been handled better. I feel like we didn't get enough updates. Like, bug fixes, patches, like nerfs.
Cheater,
they want
cheater fixes, cheater catches.
Yeah, like a lot, like quality of life things. They addressed some things, but some things they just did not give the time of day.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
Like the cheater thing was it's still
it's
going
still a
on.
thing, yeah.
And then people unplugging and plugging. That's still a thing.
That's yeah. Well, even with the penalty, well, actually no, they have a workaround to the penalty now.
Yeah.
Like if I was gonna say like the highlights of season 1, universally, I think everyone's love of Tekken, who was like, if you're like me, and if I would say like a lot of others, about halfway through season 4 of Tekken 7, you were kind of done with the game.
Yeah.
Like I was halfway through season 4, I was like, all right, I'm done. I know I'm never gonna get what I want out of this game at this point. I'm done. I'm moving on. I started playing Guilty Gear because of that. Guilty Gear and Street Fighter 6.
Because I think as soon as I hit Tekken King, I just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
To be honest.
So that's like the big highlight of what I would say season 1 was for Tekken 7. I mean for Tekken 8. The problem is like yeah, there's a lot of negatives that came into play. Like Tex said, quality of life fixes weren't being addressed as quickly as they could have been. We had the cheater situation. We still have the cheater situation. A lot of weird promotions that no one asked for.
Yeah,
Well,
that
like,
was weird.
Like the shoes Nike stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they spent more of this season
Promoting the game.
shilling the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, buy our skateboards, buy our action figures. Like, we don't like. And that's cool to people, but like, we wanted them to like their focus to be on the game. And like, it doesn't seem like their focus was on the game. Their focus was on how to make as much money as possible.
I mean, again, like we all had suggestions on things we would like to have seen in season 1, which hopefully maybe we'll see that in season 2. Like I would like to have seen more, and this isn't to specifically say I want to see my Digimon crossover, you motherfuckers, but like no, like we talked about, like Soul Calibur costumes in this game would be great. Just something like cross promotion for other stuff in the Bandai Namco verse that isn't gonna cost them having to go out and get, fucking deals with Nike and shit, so that they can promote the game. Just like small things that they can do, like put Tekken 8 in. Like they have, again, I'll say this because they've already done this before. Digimon Cyber Sleuth, they have a segment in Digimon Cyber Sleuth where if you go up to, I think, the top level of the mall, there is an arcade that hosts Tekken 3 posters all over the place. Just small stuff like that to get people interested into the game. Rather than like, I mean, shit, if they really wanted to shill this game, you know what they should have done? What's that one Amazon series, Secret Level?
Oh yeah.
An episode of that would have been great.
We had Pac-Man in there already, so Namco Bandai was already in it.
Ah, that's fair. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No, it's even a better cause for it to be a reason, like because have both.
Yeah. This man went for an unblockable. What the fuck?
I know, what the fuck. I was bamboozled too.
But this is coming to an end, so again, like I said earlier, hopefully they take these lessons as lessons learned, not lessons to repeat. We'll go ahead and get into, does anyone else have anything they want to say?
But JP, did you say yours? Or?
I said I like the season overall, but I guess if I want to add something was I feel like a lot of the new stuff, or like the advertising stuff like that, is all to cater to new player base. Like I think their main goal was to grab a new player base to join Tekken, and all these other stuff that like veterans like us like whatever. Like what we're looking for is like the meat, like better gameplay or.
To be fair, that does make sense because now we have like if you think about it, our main casual mascot or our main casual like draw in for people playing the game right now is Lily Pichu.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
She beat the boss.
yeah.
She beat the CEO.
I think another thing,
And he
like,
bitched about it. Oh, forget the fact that he bitched about it.
And he said this game
Oh,
sucks.
fuck this game.
Nerf Lily.
so another thing I feel like, again, that kind of falls into this allocation of resources is think about the Tekken lobby, and then like the Tekken like beginner mode, like storyline, like I don't even know what it's called, right? The quest to be like the best arcade player. I don't know.
Oh, I think it's just called.
It's quest mode. Arcade quest, yeah.
Arcade
the arcade,
quest,
yeah, the arcade quest, right? So look, I think this is probably the first Tekken where I could just sit a newbie down and just say, "Here, play the game," and they can have a good time. I don't think you could do that with Tekken Tag 2. I don't think you could do that with Tekken 6 or Tekken 5 or Tekken 7. But like this is like the first. I think this is like the first Tekken where like a newbie could sit down, who has no idea how to play the game, and they would have a legitimate good time, and they didn't need like a beginner mode to teach them. Like they could probably learn just by playing.
Text when Tekken 3 exists.
And so, again, this is where I go back to this allocation of resources. They spent a lot of time and a lot of resources on this arcade quest, the arcade lobby, because Street Fighter 6 had a lobby and everyone was all hyped about that. It's just like I feel like they spent money in the wrong places. And then they made this game so beginner friendly that now veteran Tekken players are like starting to hate it.
Yeah, what was that thing in the beginning?
Even though they're the
like,
ones winning.
Yeah.
Even though they're the ones winning and exploiting how beginner friendly it is.
Yeah.
What was the thing that they said? Like legacy, like knowledge will, like lead you far in this game. Legacy skills.
Yeah, legacy skill gets you far in this game, but we've also seen like it doesn't.
Yeah, cause heat.
It doesn't necessarily matter. Heat is the system.
That's
heat is a new thing.
less and less true, basically. Like it will help, but the more they add on,
Like there was a video I watched where like a legacy person not using heat versus a beginner who's not legacy but he kept using heat ended up winning more because he just used the heat system more.
Because they're quicker to embrace a new system. Somebody who's brand new to a game is quicker to embrace a newer system. Vice the old guard who's like, well, I'm not going to use heat because heat feels like cheating.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't even say that, but yeah, I mean, you get the same issue with every other fighting game. Look at like Street Fighter and how their systems have changed between like four. Not even Drive Rush. Just look at 4, 5, and 6 entirely. Like you have the focus attacks. You have focus attacks that people complained about in 4, because you can make sure you can save. Then you have 5, which the V system was just shit altogether. Don't even try to argue that one to me. And then you have Drive in 6.
I love the V system.
V system was booty, and you know it.
Tex, are you making the live action fucking Powerpuff Girls?
Shut up.
People, I don't want to get off topic, but people honestly saying Street Fighter 5 is better than Street Fighter 6 was some bullshit.
That's wild.
Like, they got away with it because of fucking, no offense, but they kind of got away with it because of
Throw Loop Simulator.
No, I'm drawing a blank on the fucking.
Which guy?
Couldn't look away from the train wreck. Button check.
Button check. Yeah.
There's a fucking button check and him glorifying this shit by reporting on it.
I mean, to be fair, he's still in a position where look, all right, I'm gonna say this up front. I love Nesto, great guy.
Yeah, no, I'm not even saying he's making out to be a good thing. I'm just saying, like, showing these people, these really good, well-known players, be like, Street Fighter 5 was better. No,
it wasn't. No, Nesto does his best to stay neutral, but like, yeah,
it took till their last season for that game to be fucking good. Sorry, that's an exaggeration. When did Seth come out? That's when the game became good. When Seth and Gil were playable. That's several years.
The last couple seasons, probably.
It took several years for that game to be good, and then it became good, and then they threw in like 60 fucking characters. Of course, it's going to seem better than 6. Like, you're going to cheat your way to saying it's better than 6. 6 plays better in every way possible. It's just unfortunate that 6 has a bunch of World Warrior characters. World Warrior characters are always going to be lame. You can add new systems to them. You can do whatever you want with them. They're always going to be fucking lame. It's move that reaches from across the screen, move that throws them 90 degrees upward. You have to respect them. You have to respect them because there's a version that makes them fucking safe for some reason.
Me playing Ken in season 1. Me playing
the characters, but yeah, Ken in a way.
Ken Hat was pretty bad about it because of fucking Dragon Lash. You could just heavy Dragon Lash from half. What the hell happened? I don't know, man. You fucking dropped out again. But yeah, no, Ken. Yeah, Ken season 1 was a problem character for a lot of people because heavy Dragon Lash was plus on block from halfway across the screen. So
yeah, like, and it feels very disrespectful that we're still talking about Street Fighter 5. I apologize.
It's fine.
I was just gonna say it felt very disrespectful that 5 was supposed to be a rehash of fucking Alpha, and Alpha characters showed up on that tiny ass roster. This is supposed to be a rehash of Third Strike. There wasn't fucking one.
Yeah, we got
unless you count Jamie, because that's their cousin.
Kind of. I wouldn't count Jamie. It's a kinda. Like my issue, like without getting too far into it. Yeah, you're right. We haven't seen any Third Strike characters yet. Like the closest we had would have been Dudley, but we got Ed instead.
Makoto would be sick if she's released.
Makoto's gonna be fucking dirty in that game. Technically, we got a Third Strike character in 5 before we did. Okay, I see why people kind of hype up 5 now. But yeah, that's so that's everyone's thoughts on season 1. It was a learning experience. It was bright. It was flashy. It was new. We're ready for. We're ready to.
Are we ready for season 2?
We're ready for them to start refining the game.
I think
that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. I would say it's not that we figured out the game. We have figured out the game for the most part. But what I'm saying is that, but the developers are still like in a position of refining the game. So hopefully with season 2, that's what we get.
I mean, this is gonna be fun to look back on in like 3-4 years down the road when they're on season 4, season 5 changes, and we're gonna look back at like season 1, like how the fuck did we play that? What was wrong with that? That game it's just like a completely different game.
So you say that
the game was whack.
You say that, but I still love Tekken Tag 2. It felt so good to play that game again.
No, I know. I'm saying like it's not wrong to play it. It feels good to play it, but you're playing Tekken Tag 2.
Yeah. You're saying like when we compare season 1 Tekken 8 to season 5 Tekken 8. Yeah.
Further down the road.
Oh yeah, no, we're already questioning this shit as is.
Yeah.
But that being said, let's move on to the next subject. Where we can then now let's do our best to avoid the doomage. Let's do our
later.
That's. I mean, we're gonna go start talking about season 2. We're gonna talk about season 2.
What we know.
What we know of. Yeah.
Or we can just go through the video because that's pretty much all the new news.
Kind of, because so first and foremost, let me just say the following, and this is something that the main man kind of pointed out in the video, and he's like, I'll give him he's not the guy that I know everyone likes to point at for advice about this game, but he was right about this. When they were talking about, a lot of people take issue with the fact that the season 2 highlights did not highlight defensive controls. The problem is even if we have defensive, the problem is it's hard to kind of make defense look flashy. It's hard to make defense look flashy.
This game is a spectator. This game is a spectator sport. Like he's catering to more of the spectators versus the players.
Yeah.
Like when you watch rotation, no one wants to see like an analytical like, oh, this is minus now, this is blah blah. We want to see like new shit, or at least that's what the thing people want to see, which is true. Again, new stuff looks cool on screen, but overall, continue.
Well, what I mean is like when you actually look at the changes that we're aware of that they've made, it's a lot to sidestepping. Sidestepping has been completely reworked. We have we now have a buffer for sidestepping that we can now buffer sidestepping mid-block animation. We can now finally step towards the screen when we're in full crouch. And you even get more reward for sidestepping now, because if you launch an opponent off axis, the new juggle system will realign for you.
I'm gonna have to say something like that you're probably gonna hate, but I'm gonna have to agree with FDX on this one. The way he talked about the off-axis combos, it feels cheap. It feels like we're removing skill.
To be, I would argue that you're not wrong. I'm not against. So when I keep in mind, I know I made that sound like a good thing, but remember, keep in mind what I'm saying is that the idea of on the premise of buffing defense, right?
Right.
That like the not having to think as much after you get your punish is a buff to defense. Not having to completely rework your combo is a buff to defense. I don't disagree with him on on a couple things that's going on with Season 2. The off-axis stuff it's gonna suck not being hit off axis and then thinking, oh, this isn't gonna deal as much damage. No, it deals as much damage now. But like I said, the sidestep changes buff defense. The question now becomes is how viable does it become in situations where as Keenan talked about earlier, where characters have the ability to work around that defensive option, where your offense is so good, being able to sidestep isn't even really an option against it.
Yeah, it's just being outshone, outplayed.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like that the problem with buffing defense, well, trying to show off buffed defense, is it's not flashy. They could have put like a whole new animation on sidestepping where now you glow gold when you fucking do it. There's 20 sound effects going off. There's a zoom in. You see giant counter in the fucking background. That's not exactly going to sell people on the idea that we're buffing defense though.
Unless you have to do something crazy though, like what if the character like sidesteps so fast they disappeared? Like every sidestep was a teleport.
That'd be
Flash
crazy.
step.
Oh dear God.
Now
is this a
defense is
character?
flashy. That V shift thing in fucking Street Fighter V near the end, that was flashy.
Yeah.
I didn't play
Yeah,
that.
Bison has that, right?
It's almost like a suggestion I
Still
made.
has it, yeah.
It's almost like a suggestion I made when I said, hey, it would be really cool if we had like a heat push block in this game. But someone said no, that would only benefit this counter hit character that you play.
Yeah.
Disagree strongly. I believe in the heat push block. I want a heat push block.
Now that you say it, I actually like the idea a lot.
Push block.
I think that'd be fine, because then it'd give you a reason to hold on to heat for defensive purposes.
Or a heat retreat.
Yeah, or a heat retreat. You're
That because it rhymes.
if you get your ass backed up into a wall, you're fucked. Actually, no. You can make it an armored fucking off the wall jump.
Who has that throw where they like jump? They jump like over you and they like kick you away from them and they like end up on the other side of you. Is that Xiao Yu?
That's how you.
Yeah,
Okay, everyone should get a version of that does like no real damage. It just does like white health, and then it just returns you both to neutral. Like you're both super negative, and like the fight kind of starts over. That should be a heat move.
Yeah, I like that. Harada, why aren't you listening? No. Ow.
Yeah, no. And someone even mentioned, or like, I think these people were like, you know how when someone grabs you and you use shit damage?
That's not that bad.
It's like, maybe when you break grab, the other person should get damaged too. The one who attempted it. I don't know. I feel like now that we're like getting punished for breaking grabs, even if it's a little, you know.
I think
Yeah,
I think honestly my only issue with the change to chip throw on throws is the fact that everyone gets it. I hate to say it, that should have just been a king thing. Because
I would have been if it was just like a character.
I'll be annoyed by that, but I would understand. Like, oh yeah, he's the grappler. He's the. But now it's just everyone. Which is kind of annoying.
yeah, because like if everyone's getting it,
I would argue being a grappler in Tekken is kind of just like, I feel like that has kind of lost its meaning
yeah,
because
he strikes so well.
They be giving grappler properties to characters who shouldn't have them. I don't care what anyone says. Nina and her sister shouldn't have that. They have an extra frame to break throws. They do Aikido. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. The way they fight is so fucking annoying. They shouldn't have grappler properties, and they shouldn't fucking be taking my white health away. They shouldn't be doing the shit that he did in Tekken 7. They shouldn't be doing the shit they do in this game.
I think even the worst part is King as the grappler is really good in neutral. Like he has good pokes and all that stuff too.
He's
so
a good striker.
Yeah,
He's starting to lose his essence of what he is.
Like, fuck, dude, he's a striker and a fucking grappler. What's his drawback? This fucking Swiss Army man with every fucking type of move in the game. He has every type of move in the game. The only thing he can't do is shoot a laser and fly. Yeah.
So
don't give him ideas.
I made a statement like last week. We weren't on, but when they mentioned like Reina having that cool low, I said, "Oh, that's sick. She needs it." I kind of rescind that statement now. It's like, why are we like giving all the characters that their weakness tools for it? Everything's starting to become homogenized. Where like we're gonna fill in the slots where this character's weak at and give them strengths.
They've been doing that since Tekken 7 Season 2.
Yeah,
I mean,
7-2 was the problem.
I can tell you exactly why they're doing that. Because now you can't complain about your character not being good as that character.
That's objectively false.
Exactly. Even worse. No, they're
Damn.
Yeah, no.
I've never seen Keenan like hard disagree so hard.
I think that's the problem why I don't like Zhao Yu. I mean, I guess Zhao Yu, but again, Yoshimitsu and like King, because they're so good at everything now. I love watching Yoshimitsu in 7, but now
what's that analogy people say? Like instead of like nerfing everybody, just buff everyone up.
That's
like,
a problem. Yeah, the core A
yeah.
video.
I feel like that's what was wrong with Tekken 7. It did feel like everybody was just getting buffed
All the
And
time.
It didn't do much. It still like made a hierarchy.
So Speedkick said something really that made me go, yeah. I feel like so the reason why they put like the cool moves and new buffs in the presentation so people can get hype, but I think it's doing a different effect. Obviously, as you can tell by like social media, I was not getting hype. They're like, oh yeah, but like if you put like if they were explaining the defensive part, like oh this thing that Jin does, you can sidestep it now. Instead of that one Jin player being happy with that buff, you get like everyone else being happy they can do something about it. So it's like by adding like a defensive, like I don't know, the showcase anyways, you'll get more people hype about that the way to fight it instead of just like seeing a cool move that one Jin player will be hyped for. So I was like, yeah, I think people will hype when you see like how to fight this move or this move that Yoshi has can now be done with this tool. So I was like, yeah, I feel like that's do that.
They could have done that. Yeah. Again, the hindsight's 2020.
Of course. And as if I put myself in casual brain, I love all the shit I saw with like Zafino. Like, yeah, that's cool. Then I had to like stop and think about like, wait, hold on, you're falling for the trap. Like,
I just had a thought, and it's a goofy one. Do you think that with all the buffs that we've seen in Tekken, that at this point we just want to see people get fucking nerfed? like, yeah, we get it. Everyone's getting buffed. Yes, we get it. Everyone's getting buffed. Yes, we get it. Can we get a fucking nerf in this patch, please?
No, that's the thing.
That's what they do. One small nerf and then a big.
Yeah,
a big
they're
buff.
like they do a nerf. Like here's a King's nerf. He can't, or here's I think Jin's nerf. They're down to his counter hit, and we're like, yeah. Then like, you know what? I think people are gonna get mad by that. getting nerfed is always feel bad for the player who plays that character. So let's give them something, and I think they went a little overboard.
They definitely did, but I mean, we'll talk about that here in a second. But like the, I was just thinking this in the sense of like, because like Keenan said, Tekken 7, all we saw was people getting buffed. Like,
Eddie got a buff every patch.
Yeah.
Bottom 5 character in the game got a buff every single patch, every single season. I got a buff. I get something fucking new, slightly better every time, and it didn't do shit. It didn't do
you know
shit.
what? Yeah, everyone got buffed, but Akuma exists in that game. I never felt it.
Yeah. Both are right.
But to be fair, some of the buffs were fucking stupid. Like one of them was like the second hit of the string. If it counter hits, you get a guaranteed follow up. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? The second hit has to counter hit. The first hit counter hits. The second hit doesn't count. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, but backdash existed, I guess.
And that was the other thing. Yeah, backdash also was the thing. Like you could just backdash out of any situation.
Just run away from it.
I don't want to interact. I don't want to. I ran into somebody who I was playing a Brian earlier, who that was one of his play styles. Like the round started backdashing. I'm like, what are you doing? That is not this game anymore, my friend. You need to stop.
Yeah, I just don't want to lose character identities.
I love this. I love this chatter right now. I know it's a bot, but it's great.
Oh, what is
cheap
it?
viewers?
No, the name, the chatter's name.
Nice. You know what? I'm gonna click that link. No.
Don't you dare. But
It just
Ooh,
spreads
nice
through
patience.
Discord. You've doomed us all.
yeah. The thing I was gonna say about what's it called? So talking about the balance changes that we've seen. Oh, what's up, Tex? What do you want to say?
Oh no, I was complaining about the game.
Oh, okay. So looking at the balance changes, some of the buffs I don't think are as strong as people are making them out to be. I know it sounds weird to say that, but like I was thinking about like King's while standing 2-2, right?
Mm-hmm. I can go to a Jaguar sprint now.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is he forced to go into Jaguar sprint? Because if he's forced to going into Jaguar sprint, he's launchable now.
That's a nerf then. Yeah.
Yeah, that is it is a full, like, I would say it does what I like to see some of this stuff do, which is like force the players to have to fucking commit to their options. But basically the way I'm looking at it is like, while standing 2-2 on hit is more rewarding, sure, but that shit's just as punishable on block. Like that shit is still.
If
you don't want
2-2, then yeah, you're launch punishable, I think.
Yeah, you're still. Because so right now, while standing 2-2 is -12 on block, right? So they do while standing 2-2. You can do 12 frame punish, whatever your character has. Steve's got 2-2. I looked at Eddie. He's got like 2-1, 2-3. Couple other characters have it too. Like Reyna can do 2-2 as well. It depends. Usually starts with a 2, right? But now we have it so that if he does while standing 2-2, he goes into Jaguar sprint. So Jaguar sprint, and this is like the theory crafting. If they're forced to go into Jaguar sprint and they don't give him some kind of advantage for going into Jaguar sprint, like if they leave him as -12 going into Jaguar sprint, that stacks on top of the -16. That stacks on the 16 frames he has to commit in order to get out a move. I feel like we've had this conversation before. Anyways, but like the idea would be that if they do while standing 2-2 into Jaguar sprint and they're still technically -12, they are fully fucked because they can't do anything for another 16 frames after being -12. So either they're gonna give it another buff that they didn't mention, where he's safer on block, where he's like -3 out of if he does Jaguar sprint, in which case he's still -19 because he can't do anything for he can't do anything until he can't do anything for 3 frames, and then it takes another 16 to get just his basic Jaguar sprint 1 out, which is a 16 frame move, his fastest move. On block, it's it's not really something I would say is a. It's not a huge buff. It just gives it better. It gives it better properties on hit. And I don't. And last I checked, if I remember correctly, while standing 2-2 is not hit confirmable. So you have to commit to doing that string. Any thoughts?
Someone.
Anyone?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I have to play it. Like it's
Yeah.
like they said. I have to fight this.
Yeah. Because like the only buff that they gave him that really scares me is the homing command throws, which makes sense, but fuck.
Part of me is like, with all these aggressive changes, I wonder if there's new tools for us to fight back against with it, but I can't really tell until we see the full build.
I mean, yeah, it's mostly it's like Harada said, like we can't really. It's on paper it looks good, but until we actually implement it, all we can do is theory craft.
Exactly.
Because again, I don't know why they would. Like in my head, I don't know why they would force 2-2 into Jaguar step, but that could be what ends up happening. What else was there? They did Azucena. They showed Azucena stuff. Azucena, I think, is going to be a winner in this patch.
Yeah, she looks good.
Like running 3-2 +5. She can threaten you with a jab, so she has ways and text.
Wow.
Liberator 2, does that track?
Liberator 2?
Yeah,
You're
her.
talking about
it's
you're
safe
talking about
mid,
like Death
though.
Punch, right?
Yeah,
It's a safe mid.
it does. But does it track? Does it have any tracking?
I think maybe to her left.
So that's what I'm thinking is going to end up being kind of her saving grace in that. Because you can threaten her heat, and you can kind of do a Lionheart with her in that sense, where you might not get a guard break, but with her new overhead kick, you can threaten with Liberator 2 as the heat engager, and then if they're playing too defensively, you can use the new overhead kick as a means to hold your turn essentially. Keep in mind, yeah, I haven't looked at a lot of this like completely in depth because there's stuff that I just haven't gone in and labbed lately. But like theory crafting, there are buffs I'm looking at some characters getting that are probably more terrifying than others. Like I would say the running 3 or was it running 4 buff they gave Jin for his shit. For I should not have done that. For
Wait, Jin has a running move now? What the hell?
yeah, Jin has running what?
Oh, the showcase there is that wing thing.
No. Well, there's that. Yeah.
Fucking +5 on block, dude.
Yeah, he has a running 4. And I'm like, oh wait, that's gonna give him a stance mix up, but it looks like it's linear, so you could sidestep that
Yeah.
easy.
And side steps are supposedly,
Better.
better.
So it makes sense why they would want that to be plus, because you don't want players to just lose to a sidestep that you guys are. Because I think the other reason why they're doing a lot more of this, a lot more of the plus on block shit is because they're worried that with sidestepping being as good as they think it's going to be, defense is going to be too powerful again.
Yeah, they're trying to balance it out.
Yeah.
And I think people are like, with the recent with the recent video we saw, people are kind of like lazing over the fact that like they forgot that they buff sidestep. But all people are worried about now is the whole chip on throw escape, which is a big deal. I'm not undermining it, but we gotta wait till the game when the patch comes out so we can play it.
but overall, they are trying to make the game more aggressive. Feels like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Like this game is 80% aggressive.
Well, I don't. Well, I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think with all of the plus on block shit they gave after the announcement of after the announcement that they wanted to do for. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, you right. Because they announced a bunch of plus on block moves after they decided to buff sidestepping. I'm like, why would they do that? Like, oh, it's because imagine how fucking annoying it would be as a new player or like someone who's wrapped up season 1 where you have all this control when you make your opponent block. Now you can't even lock them down because they're just stepping everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of something like, okay, so if that's the mentality they're going for, what we will probably see a lot, hopefully where they don't repeat in season 1, we'll see a lot more changes balanced around how players interact with each other regarding to sidestepping. Because if they give it, because again, like if you look at things like what they buffed on Jin, right? Because again, we JP said it the other day. He's a very toolbox heavy character. What was the new move that they gave him in Heat? A flying mid homing plus on block move.
+5, I think.
+5. So, and why would they give him that? It's like, well, they just don't want you to sidestep. They want you to just. They want the Jin play. They want players to have access to something that's gonna make you hold the block eventually. You like hold this block, take this mix up.
This game is becoming more and more 50-50 as we go on.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think that's the reason why they gave everybody these 50-50s is because they're worried about how strong sidestepping might become.
Yeah, we'll have to see if it really is that strong, but I kind of doubt a simple sidestep will,
We'll see. I mean, like, sidestep's always been a very good option against people being aggressive. Because, one, they're open for a combo. Two, they're off-axis.
Yeah.
So, if you're really good at sidestepping, you can really, like, turn the game around. And my man just hit him with a...
Oh god, lag!
I gotta step away. I gotta step away real quick.
Me.
I gotta step away real quick.
It's on me. What the hell? Hang on. I gotta.
And that's all.
Let me fix this shit. All
It's
right.
alright.
All right, there he goes now. All right, fuck.
You gotta turn off those porn tabs.
Yeah, it was more my stream. My stream is I don't know fucked right now. I don't know why.
Happens to all of us.
Oh no, it's my internet. What the fuck?
Dang.
Oh god.
Oh god.
This
I'm
is the-
sorry. I'm
no,
sorry.
This is the
No,
second
no.
experience. No,
You know
at least you're playing with friends, so it's not bad. But if this is online, I would be like,
You know,
fuck
this-
this.
This is good trading because it's not like I have to fight with this sometimes.
Yeah,
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Look at this. That's better.
Just think of this as training.
Stop that.
Oh no, bash.
Nice.
Dora.
You think we're gonna see? Wasn't fucking Arthur Ashe using Azusenya in like season 1, like at the beginning, very beginning?
In the beginning when she was good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think we'll fucking what? Like, we'll
I
come
think
back.
you might use Anna. Anna looked.
Oh yeah.
She
I
looks
don't know if
good.
I've talked about Anna
I'm,
yet,
I'm
but
thinking about using Anna.
Oh yeah, dude, I love. She
Dude.
looks annoying. Like I'm just getting flashbacks of fighting Annas in 7, dude.
that running a low rocket move is so crazy. It's you can't punish it, and you take it 64 damage, which is like a regular combo. And it's I don't know. Everything I saw about it was like I think even Heat Speak was there's no counterplay against it other than block it
Yeah,
and
that's one of the first. That's one of the first moves getting nerfed. Then.
oh my god, looks fun for sure, but god.
And then we didn't even get to her debuff. Like we all know what her debuff does, right?
Oh.
All right,
yeah.
I'm back.
Oh, we're talking about Anna.
Anna. I love 50-50s. As we get done talking about 50-50s,
Let's
I
go
love
gambling.
50-50s. Yeah. I don't think she's.
What a good segue.
Yeah, she's gonna be all right. I don't think she's gonna be top tier.
No, JP was mentioning a move that was like that could change
You
the
see
game.
her
What was
rocket,
it,
her
JP?
rocket low move,
Running rocket low.
where she does 3 rockets in a row. If you block everything, you're pushed back enough where you can't really interact with it,
And you
it's
can't low
flat.
parry it.
Yeah, and I'm just like sure, maybe she'll be fine, but that move in general like seems like a what are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
I guess it depends if you have like if you have a crouching like long ranged launcher, like Steve's full crouch down
yeah,
forward
that
too.
block. That was crazy.
Actually, that's a good one. So we've talked about it. I think we've talked about it before, but not everyone got to see one of their characters
On the screen.
on the screen. First and foremost, JP Tex, from what you've seen of your characters, since it was mostly your guys' characters, how do y'all feel about the changes that you've seen so far?
I'm liking Asuka's changes. They're giving her a reason
Hell
to.
yeah.
They're like I was saying it from season 1. I was like, there's no reason for this install. This install is kind of booty.
Kind of lacking, right?
It's kind of lacking, but now I'm getting like hit confirm 4-2s into like uppercut. That's nice.
Hell yeah, I'm with it.
She's gonna be nasty, especially because a lot of her, I play Asuka as a 50-50 character, so getting like that hard knockdowns and then just being able to do the extra damage with the 4-2, oh, it's gonna be so sick. But yeah, other than that, everything looked good. I didn't like her forward one, the armor move, not being a heat engager.
Get over it, everyone. Everyone with a high heat engager is losing that shit.
I hate it.
Get over it. Everyone's losing. It's not just affecting just her.
It's affecting both my mains. Holy shit! It's awesome.
Yeah. I was about to say, actually, Akeen's getting fucked over here.
I'm glad this isn't Tekken Tag 2, but Christy, like, Asuka team just got worse. Oof.
And Ozzy gets that new stanky leg move.
Like I said, I still have issues with how armor works in this game, period, but they're not gonna make that change. That would defeat. A lot of people would say that defeats the purpose of using armored moves, even though it doesn't. It just creates a new level of interaction. Nothing to say about Azucena though.
I mean, I'll go if it's
I took that, goddammit.
Yeah.
We'll let JP go while Tex is playing.
I only saw Zafina, and everything I saw was fine. And that one big mid homing move was awesome. But I will say though, after I listened to Heat Speak, Spag, who plays Zafina, said like is a safe mid pushback homing move, and just by saying that, it doesn't seem to have any weaknesses. He even said he's gonna like spam that move because it also does chip. So what he thinks is that if you just keep spamming that move, we'll both, because since it's in the Zazzle arm, I get hurt too. So if Steve is correct, where you can just keep spamming that because you push them back, go back to neutral, use it again, push them back, you can theoretically make both of you guys almost die, like one like HP left, then fight from there.
Sudden death.
Yeah, and I'm like, is it really? Because it looked kind of slow to me, but
no, it's
seemed
fast.
like confident in doing it. I'm like, Jesus. Then,
I think it's like 16 frames, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I was like, and to be honest, Zafina wasn't lacking in the homing department. She has her forward 4 and the forward 2. They're all right. They're not like the best or anything, but they are tracking.
Yeah.
So they gave her that move just to give her chip damage, which she doesn't really have. So, it's a weird one. It's like I wonder if it's as good as Spag says, and if it is, then Jesus, then sudden death every round if I can pull it off by just timing it. But,
well, I was gonna say even then that's kind of a risk because you do deal chip damage to you. You deal damage to yourself, like you said. So if you misplace that, you're going to fall behind fast. You're going to want to take some lead ahead of time.
I even hope that it does more damage to me, so it incentivizes me not to just spam it and stuff.
But
at the same time, that also seems like it would be a bad move in general. So
yeah, you know what sucks too? Like if your strategy is like to put you on rage on purpose, it doesn't even put you on rage because that's white health, right?
Yeah, it'll put you in rage.
Oh, it will put you in rage. Okay, that's good then.
Yeah.
Zafina doesn't even have any like good like health breaker moves that like Sahin has, so it's a fine move, but it's not really. I just want to see more Zafina stuff because that thing was just like a weird thing, and I prefer to get other moves. But
it's
it looked fun. Also, that glowy arm thing in the orb ball is appreciated because
her new install.
Yeah.
So based on what I'm looking at, it does about the same amount of it does roughly the same amount of no. You are behind. It does one more point of chip to the opponent. It does one more point of chip to the opponent than it does to Zafina. But it is a 19 frame move, so it's almost 20.
Yeah,
I mean that's not fast, right?
No,
it's not really fast, but it does have a pushback. So you can
what is it on block?
it's -6.
You're safe.
You're safe.
But you're pushed back.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it's fine, but hopefully no one exploits it like Spag does. But
I don't think it's gonna. I think the exploitation that Spag is bringing up is more of a haha funny scenario,
Like a casual thing.
not an actual win condition scenario.
I think pros can like get out of that.
Yeah,
like,
it's not like a running. It's not like Jin's flying +5 move. I rather have that for sure. But yeah, and I'm not even sure that all the characters they showed like that's everything. Is that confirmed? Like everything?
Yeah, no, there is more. There is more for everybody.
Okay, yeah, because I'm still curious about that. But
yeah, because like all the stuff we pulled for Asuka was literally just breaking down a fight between her and Reina. Same for Reina. Everything we got for Reina was stuff we broke down from. The community broke down from watching Reina.
I mean, we have Reina.
There's more moves still.
Yeah,
Reina players in here. What do you guys
think everyone's just going to be a stance character. Everyone's going to become a stance character. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's it's a thing.
I'm gonna be honest though. Out of all the characters who they showed off, and I'm gonna laugh. This is actually one of those things that makes me laugh the most. The character who everyone said desperately needed buffs, having gotten their buffs, was the most underwhelming of everyone else. Devil Jin does not look like he's more threatening anymore.
It's funny because they took the health fleet because his whole fleet was too powerful, and they kind of brought it back.
No, he still has the launching hell sweep. He just has now a heat launching hell sweep.
Yeah. When I was listening to Heat speak, they said that he can do that multiple times. If you saw the video, like when he engages, like he can do it more than 3 times, I think. Which is kind of scary, but Devil Jin's still needs a lot of work, I guess. But that is concerning. That move can be. He has like a extra heat smash. It feels like because that's like 64 damage plus, and I think it wasn't optimized. Like I think
for the damage.
In the show that Momo Dog was like, oh yeah, that's an 80 damage combo in his hand or something. I have to watch it again, but it's not like the craziest thing because we just saw Jin before that, but
yeah,
giving him his health speak back.
Oh, nice.
Feels like they initially when the Tekken 8 started and we played Devil Jin, like, oh yeah, they got rid of it because it was kind of too good. But they gave it back to him.
A launching hell sweep, yeah, it is good. Launching hell sweep is always good.
Yeah.
He still has a launching hell sweep. It's just not as potent as it was in the start.
Yeah, it locked in heat, so it's not as bad. But god damn, man.
All right.
Hell sweep.
Yeah. So for those of us, oh yeah, and yes, Dragunov has had his right foot amputated.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, which one is Gawu?
Quarter circle forward 4, no longer hits grounded.
Yeah. Good.
Ignition thing.
Now they can finally leave that move alone.
Yes, the +6 on block, heat engaging move no longer hits grounded.
And they took away the wall spot. And even then, I still think it's an okay move.
That move was nominated in the Evo Awards. For one.
Broken.
broken move. It didn't win. I don't know why. I think it was a Street Fighter move. I think it was like Luke's crouch medium punch or whatever. But God, I wanted the move to win.
Yeah, I feel you about that one. What else is there?
Yeah, no, that move did not need to hit ground, dude.
So for those who didn't get to see their characters in the showcase, based on what you saw or heard of, what are you hoping to see for your characters?
Man, imagine Dragunov getting a stance.
Oh God,
They better give me
he
a
has
cool
a stance.
fucking move to replace my fucking heat smash not being a fucking heat engager anymore. What the fuck? What? They better fix. They better give me something.
Wait, for Dragunov, I talk about his slide forward as a stance.
Well, no, he has the. Oh yeah, that is a stance, doesn't it? Though.
Him sliding forward,
Yeah.
it's more of a command than a stance.
If you count Dragon or again Kazuya's wave dash as a stance, then it is. But
Yeah.
if you don't, then it's not.
Oh fuck.
No, I'm talking about like Dragunov. I'm talking about Dragunov like there's some arm shit. You know, like there's some arm waving shit. And then
Well,
stuff like that.
what do you want to see from Dragunov then?
Honestly, probably like more grabs coming out from moves. I like that's why I liked about Dragunov in 5, where he has those moves where I mean, no professional Dragunov players play them because they're unsafe. But like you know that move where he does the axe kick and he lands on your shoulders, and he flips you around into the ground.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like moves like that come out of like I like grabs that come out of hits like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Why doesn't he have more stuff like that in this game? If that's supposed to be like part of his personality or whatever.
That's supposed to be his thing when back in 5. And like you know when he does his own his snake edge goes into a grab.
Yeah.
Like that's that kind of stuff too. I would like to see more of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
I've always had giving Dragunov more shit, so I'm like,
That's all I get. That's it. No more.
I was like, yeah, give Dragunov something, but I'm always scared. Like, what is it? What do you want, huh?
What do you want? give him another running move.
Yo, give him a fucking gun or something. Give him an AK-47.
No,
He don't need that. He don't need that.
You know what's funny? Like,
hang on. If Dragunov gets an AK-47, Asuka gets her bow and arrow back.
I mean, we could just give her the bow and arrow. That's fine.
Suck.
you know what's funny? When the game was showing its trailer and I saw Nina with the guns, I was like, sick. Dragunov's gonna get guns too. Like that's what I thought when the game came out.
Dragunov don't need guns, man. He has his fist and his legs.
But I thought but when I saw Nina and their gun during the trailer, that's why I thought the direction of the game was going. Like everyone's gonna have their own like thing.
Weapon.
Weapon or some shit. Yeah.
But yeah, Dragunov has like his teleportation power. It takes you to like the tundra for some reason, and he screams at you.
His fucking bunkai and shit.
It's. I think it's Sharingan.
Oh no,
personally.
it's the Jujutsu Kaisen shit.
Oh,
Jujutsu
again,
Kaisen.
what's the fucking called?
I forgot.
Domain
I watched
expansion.
anime.
Domain
Expansion.
expansion. Yes.
My domain.
Anyways,
yeah.
Keenan wants a good heat engager to replace the one he's losing. Rod wants more command throw shit. I don't know what I want them to give Steve. I really don't.
I'm happy with the game Asuka.
Did you see Newmon?
I'm
versus
also happy
Korea
with what they gave
versus
off.
You know what? Make it so Steve, but just make down forward 2 homing again. That'll make every Steve player happy.
When did they take that out? In 7, right?
Yeah, season 3. Yeah, season 3.
I'm gonna be honest, Eddie doesn't really need anything. People say he's bad because they don't know how to play him. Like, I don't think he's bad. I think the pros don't know how to play him.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the kind of attitude I like. Like people are so quick to complain.
Pro players don't like characters that have any semblance of the word risk. And Eddie still has risk, but like it's way more worth it in this game. They homogenized him very, very hard. Like Eddie's got, yeah, man. Like his fucking 4 isn't technically a magic 4, but it's fucking 13 frames. It counter hits and it smacks the shit out of you and it forces you into heat. Like it's pretty much a magic 4. They took away the magic 4 and they gave it to Eddie. He's got a down forward 1 that's the same as everybody else's now. his jab range is better in this game. Like he's just a
It
normal
is.
character now. Like I don't know what I would give to Eddie.
I
'Cause, like-
felt it when I fight when I was using Reyna. I felt the jab range.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like my biggest complaint with Eddie in like fucking 7 is all of like his authentic looking moves were dog shit, and there was no point to doing them. And I was limited to pressing down forward 1, down forward 2, neutral 4, and that was it. That's playing Eddie. And then they fuck up, and I land my fucking Hwoarang launcher because Eddie's Eddie's launcher and fucking
damn it.
Plasma Blade are the same fucking move. Except mine's better because mine's 15, not 16.
Do you think they can add more capoeira moves to Eddie, or did they pretty much put everything in there?
I doubt they put that.
They definitely could. It's just they added everything I asked for. Like I know that sounds like odd, but like everything he does in this game is actually like verbatim shit I was asking for.
Eddie.
But is there any one move that he's not doing that capoeira artist needs to? He pretty much does everything, huh?
He pretty much does everything. Like there's some flourishes that are just like like dance moves that they're not designed to be for combat. They are just acrobatics and like physical endurance. They could put hitboxes on those, but I don't know if you want to.
I mean, if they, yeah, I was gonna say, thinking about like what they can give Steve. They can make full crouch down forward 2 hit grounded and have it be a pancake flip. That'd be fine. I'd like that.
Eddie.
They could make Eddie Gordo super cheap and also incorporate a lot of people don't know this about capoeira because it's not like what makes it famous, what makes it cool. It's not what's visually appealing, but there's a lot of grappling in capoeira.
Oh, you know what they can give Eddie?
I did not know that.
You know what they can give Eddie? They can give him a backswing blow.
Does he not have one?
He has one.
He has one?
Yeah, he has one.
It's down back 1+2. It's like the most shallow one in the game at any given time, but it's still a backswing blow.
That's the one where he goes like backwards and slaps the shit out of you, right?
Yeah, he
Like,
brings
overhead
down
slap.
both. He like crosses his hands.
Oh yeah. It's like the sorry for describing it. It's a shitty version of Atlas Hammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. But yeah,
The launches,
know,
right?
It does
all
on counter hit.
Capoeira grappling like looks like just kind of similar to like just regular wrestling. It's literally just different ways for you to like grab people's legs specifically, unlike like other grappling arts where it's like every part of the body. Capoeira grappling focuses on trying to grab your opponent's legs, grab them like out from under them.
That sounds like
you
something
do kinda.
they can give him. They can do that. They can give him they can give him that grab and like they can give his his relax stance. They can put that where it is.
Like
Yeah.
it's a grab. Like you just kick somebody and it turns into a grab.
Yeah.
Or
cool.
either a hit.
Yeah, because there's like scissor lock, grapples and stuff. Like there's one like, so in his like Negachiva stance, there is actually like a takedown in capoeira where like the leg that you have sticking out, you get it behind your opponent's like back leg, and then you like shift your weight around. Like it's hard to explain. Like I can't do anything visually to like demonstrate it, but
No, I got
they
it. I
could
can see
do
it.
stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
A lot of UFC fighters in Brazil are capoeira, and results are there. Like,
Imagine like someone doing like what's the Eddie's grab, the rodeo, like
Yeah.
in the capoeira like an actual like match.
I saw it in a luchador fight once.
That's
Yeah. Yeah. What's his name? Rey Mysterio does it.
Yeah, he hella does.
Whoa.
Oh, there's also speculations that new character being from Madagascar because Harada was there recently.
Damn.
Oh yeah,
Or-
that's right. There's a
Did
new character.
did they just piss him off too? They
Did they?
just pissed him off on Twitter.
Oh, gosh.
What did they say? What did the Madagascaran people say?
They're Tekken dooming.
Oh, tech.
Oh, I think it had to do with the key charge and like.
Dude,
Oh
if
yeah.
if it's one of the African martial arts, I'm maining that character next because I've been asking for that.
The I'll say this flat out. I do not give two shits about the key charge change.
Yeah, same here.
I didn't even know what it was. I
They-
still don't know what it is.
they
What is
took-
the key charge change?
You can no longer get the counter hit out of key charge.
I'm the opposite. This is bad. I don't like it.
Yeah.
What do you do? What's key charging for?
You get so your first hit is a guaranteed 150 bonus.
So key charge is what you do at the end of a match to piss off your opponent.
That's kind of the thing. Like, I'm so used to it being a fucking shitty taunt that when they said we're taking out the counter hit, I'm like, okay, who cares about this? Apparently, K-Wiz did.
So
Yeah,
did
he has a
Rip.
warring setup. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rip
people,
is
Wait a minute. Both of the characters on screen will hit you with a move and then fucking key charge, and then you're in a 50-50. So I don't want to fucking hear it about like Hwoarang doing it.
Yeah. So first and foremost, Leo doesn't key charge after their hits anymore. They get their stock is what it is now.
Oh, okay.
I was put the key charge there and I grabbed you.
Yeah. They turned all of Leo's I will key charge you, like the charge up key charge stuff, into her getting her stock. Fang, I don't know if they changed that because he doesn't have a stock. But no, so someone actually, IMOP actually did a good example as to why this change works well for this game. Because if you key charge somebody while they're knocked down, right, and then you spend heat, and they block it out of a heat smash, right, you're plus on block in a 50-50 against a motherfucker who's guaranteed a counter hit if he hits you. If you need an example as to why this is bullshit, Steve had a setup where he would key charge you while you're knocked down. He would do his EX duck, get you in the command throw, and if you didn't tech one, he got back one for free. So yes, this is one of those things I say, this is a welcome change. This is okay.
It's something every game with you, Steve.
Shh, quiet. Leave my boy alone.
Just saying, it's something every game with you, Steve.
Leave my son alone! He's done nothing wrong!
Yes, he has.
He's done nothing wrong! Ignore the war crimes! It's all propaganda!
He's done nothing wrong in recent memory. Let us be very clear.
Here's my devil advocate. Like, why take it out? Like, it wasn't hurting anyone. Sure, you mentioned those things, but it wasn't like competitively viable. It was just a fun thing.
Actually, it was, because K was winning tournaments with that shit.
It's more of a casual thing, honestly. It's more of a casual
thing. That like, why did you put all the resources to remove it out when you could have been doing something else? Like, it's fun to watch people have like super sick key charge setups. Like, and it's not like broken, so.
No,
and I just learned one for Lee last week, so I hate this. So I don't know. Like,
the JP, the issue is that the key charge setups would often become checkmate situations where the opposing player just could not win.
JP, I don't think you've seen the clips. That's why.
No, but dude, we're already playing that. We're gambling with 50-50 mix-ups all the time. The key charge one is just the funner version of it. So I thought you can't block with key charge.
You know it's coming. That's why.
Yeah, you know, you see the key charge and you're like, fuck, he's gonna do something. He can't block, I know, because once you key charge, you can't block for 6 seconds. Gambling for both of you. So, I don't know. Fine then. I'll concede because it's happened already, but it's a fun thing that is gone now. I'm like,
I'm more sad because it's one of those. It's a legacy thing. They're finally taking.
The other thing I say is that for someone who's aware of the key charge setups, all it does is stall the match. Because if you do like heat burst into hard knockdown, I'm just gonna let you get the next hit. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna give you the setup.
Yeah, and then the thing is unfair. Like not every character has it, so it kind of just makes it biased which character you're gonna play.
I don't think. No, you can.
Not every character has it, right?
I've hit people with that shit. I'll be real. I've hit people with that shit with Steve.
I know Lars has a really good one.
Yeah.
It feels like the same thing when they removed the jump over setups.
I think those are going to come back.
Some characters still have that.
Yeah, I think those are going to come back. I think people are just pocketing that tech.
Yeah, I mean, when Rip does it a lot still when I watch his stream with Law. He still jumps over people.
I think it's harder to do now. I forget if it's harder or if it's the cases are like weirder now, but
it's definitely harder.
It just feels like that, or like, oh, cool, unique, creative stuff, and yeah, the game is big on it.
Yeah, when you ground someone, you just jump over them, especially like on the wall. If you're on the wall, you can jump over them easier.
My turn. Owie.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
that's my rallying cry. Final Fantasy.
God damn
Oh,
it.
I know we're gonna talk about the TCG portion later, but pre-orders for Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering is live in 24 hours.
That's just
If
gonna
you
be
guys are gonna play, yeah, if you guys are planning on pre-ordering it,
everyone's getting that, so the value is gonna be not good.
I'm just gonna get the Commander decks. I'm not gonna get the booster box.
All right,
You wimp.
I saw this depressing Kingdom Hearts artwork this one time, and you guys just made me think about it because Final Fantasy, and I just remembered I told my like roommate last night about it, and she was like, "Why would you tell me that?" But a long time, you guys have played Kingdom Hearts, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know Merlin and Fairy Godmother?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it showed like like the premise of all these pictures is that like if Sora fucking fails, so all the worlds start turning just dark and black, like it's like the corners of the picture are just like caving in, and he just straight up like he just grabs her, he's like holding her face all like sweet, and he's like, I always loved you, right? And then the next panel is just black.
What is this fan fiction?
The fuck? I hate Kingdom Hearts so much.
Anyways,
I hate it. I hate the game. Sorry.
Okay, so are we on to number 3 now? Which is
We're
the
all-
dooming portion?
oh yeah.
Or are we already dooming?
Well, I was trying to avoid the dooming, but we're apparently dooming anyways. So
I wasn't dooming. I kind of was.
You're a devil's advocate.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't playing the advocate. That was just me.
yeah. So what do y'all think about the community dooming over the changes that are coming out?
Play the fucking game first, then do it.
Yeah.
It's exhausting
like-
to the point where I don't even want to look.
Like which side of the fence are you on? Are you with them or are you like more in the just play the game first kind of thing?
I think we're all just play the game first. I think
Yeah,
everyone-
honestly. It's crazy how all 5 of us are like, cuz we're not it's not we're casuals either. Like it's not that mindset. We just know the game will get better, that's why. We have faith in the game.
Most of the people complaining, I'm like, dude, like
Is this your first Tekken?
yeah, like
But the thing that sucks is like some pros are dooming too, right?
Well, I think the issue with the I think the issue why a lot of people are dooming is because there are pros dooming. Because they're like, oh, if the pros are dooming, well, we need to be dooming.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at some of the changes coming out. I'm just like, I understand why you guys have issues, but there's still it's like I said earlier. These things are probably in reaction to like them looking at how strong they're making sidestepping.
fuck. Are we still playing that game where I lose if you do that?
No, you're good.
But yeah, I think it's fine to be cautious of the direction they want to go to, but to just manifest the doom out to everyone is a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Like I think when I watched he speak, they were complaining a lot, but the end of the segment, like, oh yeah, fucking love this game still.
Yeah, I don't.
Just,
The people who want to play this game are going to keep playing this game. The people who are out here just like casting doom are making it really hard for new play. Like a lot of people will talk about we need to get new players into the game, and then they're like, oh yeah, this game's gonna fucking suck.
Yeah, and you know what sucks the most is like people bashing on like Murray Harada. Like I feel sorry for them the most. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, they
death
don't-
threats or whatever.
they
Like,
don't
it
care.
just sucks.
They don't care.
yeah,
Honestly, I hope they don't care because that's depressing. You know what I mean? Like it's just exhausting at one point too.
So-
we're lucky to have someone like Karada, not gonna lie.
Well, so what
And
I'm
Murray, yeah, too. Like
Yeah, I'll go for all of them, but like,
Oh yeah, if Ono was in charge of this game, I wouldn't like it. I fucking already know.
as I was gonna say, Harada actually said in an interview he's openly taking all the heat for his team right now because he knows that, like he said, the current Tekken team is a lot of new players. It's a lot of new, new developers.
so Harada's just like, I'll take the bullet.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
yeah, the fucking meme with the arrows.
yeah. He is literally saying, "Look, let them yell at me. I don't give a shit. Don't yell at my fucking team."
Oh yeah, Karada, don't ask me for shit, and don't fuck with my team up.
See, that says a lot about like a dev, or not dev, but like a fucking.
I mean, you've heard
game,
stories
you know?
about Harada like being the only champion for this game, where
One of the
they could have-
billboards is for a company called Mark Airlines.
Quiet,
Mark.
quiet.
I'm sorry, like, sorry, I'm undiagnosed with something.
Derailed?
But I was just like looking at one of the billboards in the background. It was like Mark Airlines. I was like, wait, what?
Homie, don't let them know I'm making $1 million a year off of my private airline company. Okay, I don't need people asking me for money. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know,
Dude,
Mark.
I will do anything. I will do anything. Please help me out of my day job. I will do anything.
I fucking wish. I
I
fucking
don't know, Mark.
wish.
A lot of
Mark.
airplanes have been falling out in the news recently.
Mark, I'm talking salacious sensations, so satisfyingly cheap. Objectional occurrences on special offer.
I'm
B4C. I gave $20 is $20. Come on, man.
$20 is $20. Hey, what were you
If
saying,
money
Jason?
wasn't an issue, I'd be going to Evo
Fine,
this
fine,
year.
fine.
Anyways, so I don't think we have much to talk about in terms of the dooming, other than bro, play the fucking game. I think that's literally what we all have to say about this.
But,
Look,
unless the game is your livelihood,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Same thing. If the game was my livelihood, if I was like making Tekken Pro dollars, yeah, I would be like, yeah, this game's gonna fucking ruin me. It's over. Fuck this game. Fuck this series. But it doesn't. This game,
Yeah.
just play the game.
Like the lower level players should be fine. Higher level players, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to adjust again. Harada's tired of seeing the same fuckers in top 8. Let's just be real here.
Yeah, I'm glad we're all on the same page.
Yeah, no, it's just I don't believe in dooming over Tekken because I've seen too many fucking games with like I won't sugarcoat it, garbage systems
League of Legends.
touted as great fighting games. Soul Calibur 6 is not a great fighting game. It's an okay fighting game with shit netcode, and everybody was like, it shouldn't have killed the series. This game, it sold well, people liked it. I'm like, yeah.
And then you had edge reversal or whatever, reversal edge or whatever.
Yeah, so like this fucking game then, because if the game plays better than 6 in almost every possible fucking feasible, fathomable way, fucking like this game then if you like 6. Holy shit. It is crazy to me.
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna say something that's going on that's going on right now that no one's really talking about. Garo has another fucking beta running right now, and no one's talking about it.
Fuck.
Yeah, think about that. We are more caught up in. No, it's going on right now. It's going on for the fucking week, as far as I know.
Do we get to play Ronaldo?
No.
No.
So that shit is real, and I'm not just fucking like.
It's real.
I'm not getting pranked, right? I'm not gonna click on it because I
Yeah,
haven't
we haven't
watched
talked about Ronaldo yet, man. That's the biggest news.
You're not getting punked, dude.
Okay, because I watched the actual trailer and I was like, okay, so this has to be real, right? But like we're all saying it, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Breathe.
I don't know. Do you think the dooming will die down in a week, in a month, or what do you think?
Well, it's gonna die out because it's not gonna go from dooming to how people actually feel about the game.
Do you think
They're
it's
gonna
here?
get
It's
their
here
hands
for a
on it.
while.
Then
What?
they're gonna get their hands on it. They're like, oh yeah, this.
I think it's gonna quietly calm down once it's actually out, and then people are just not gonna be like whatever now.
Yeah. It's either gonna, like I said, if these patches are as bad as everyone makes it out to be, it's either going to be. It's either gonna kill the game, where people are gonna leave it, or we're just gonna get a new flux of players coming in, or nothing happens, nothing changes. It is what it is, and everyone keeps playing like we normally do.
Yeah.
There's a clip with Lily Pichu and PDX, and she's like, she went on like fighting game Twitter, and she's like, you guys used to be so happy when you played this game, and are you guys like sad and stuff? And like, no, that's what we do in our free time, complain. That's what fighting games we complain.
That's what the FGC is like. Fucking, you find something to complain about. I mean, some of them are justified, and some of them are like literally like not justified. Like,
You can agree with them without having the
hive mind.
thing. I'm cautious about things too, but I'm like, I'm gonna play it and see how it is.
Yeah, and you don't need to bring the company down with you. Like, to be honest.
No, it's not even about the company. It's just about the product, the game, just the game.
No, I mean, like, you don't need to like bad talk to people as well.
It's like if you invest some time into something, you want it to fit your vision. Like it goes with like fighting card games too. Like I don't like power creep when cards get too powerful. I'm like, oh, my card is useless now. It cost me $50. So
No, I mean, you know what's going, but you know what people are going on in Magic. Like there's a lot of universes that people they're not liking it. Like the new SpongeBob Singular that came out. Like
I'm kind of I don't like it either, but whatever. I'm like that. It doesn't exist to me if I don't like buy it or something, kind of thing.
Till someone slaps it on the table in front of you and you're looking at SpongeBob doing a stupid counter spell meme.
I'm not gonna lie, I might get that. That card does look sick though. Even though I'm talking shit about it, it does look sick.
I don't like it.
Wait, hang on. Hang on. You look at other people's cards?
Yes.
You read them.
I read the card text. That's why I'm able to play that's why I'm able to play Digimon the way I do. Except I don't do that with Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's why I just say fuck it. I quit when I play Master Duel. That one makes me. That one I don't have time to read. No one has time to read in Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm reading a novel in a second. No.
Yeah, when did Yu-Gi-Oh go from like a couple of sentences to like a paragraph?
When it wasn't Yuki anymore as the main character.
Synchro summoning.
You know what's funny? Like, I mean, obviously you play Yu-Gi-Oh, but like, what the fuck is a Link summon? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, so
all these new cards.
So Link summoning. Link summoning is I would say it's similar to Xyz summon. No, it's similar to Xyz summoning. No, so basically, you know how cards have like
zones, like monster zones?
Yeah, you know how they have the monster zones, right?
Yeah, five monsters, right?
So there's five regular monster zones. They added 2 extra monster zones that are opposing sides of the center column.
There's new zones?
There's 2 new. Bro, there's more than just those 2. Okay, yeah, I'm not even talking about Pendulum. Okay.
Okay.
Don't let me get into. I'm not getting into Pendulum, but a Link monster is basically a card that has these arrows that point around the card art, right? When usually those cards have extra effects. I'm saying usually, it's not all the time. Usually, what it is you will have you'll have arrows around the card art, and if you can have those arrows pointing each other, they'll trigger additional effects. That's all the Link is. That's what the
how
Link.
Do you summon one? Can you do tribute summon?
It is a tribute summon. So the way it works normally is that it based on the number of quote links the card has is the number of cards you need to give up to get the monster out. So if it's a Link 1, you tribute 1 monster. If it's a Link 2, you tribute 2 monsters. There's ways to make monsters worth additional materials. So for without getting too deep into it, basically you can make a monster worth 2 materials for a Link 2, but that also comes into like summoning requirements and stuff like that. That's getting too far into it essentially. But on the surface, just know that the idea of a Link summon is you have a starting point on the board, and then you can summon around that monster. Is what it does. Is why it's called a Link summon.
Yeah, dude. So do I need polymerization or no?
You can use fusion cards. Still work. Yeah. There's good. Play Labyrinth. Play Labyrinth. That's a fusion deck. That's really good. What else was there? I can only think Labyrinth for some reason, but I know there's another one. If you want to play like old school cards like Dark Magician and all that, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is really good. Right now, Blue Eyes is actually really strong. It's not super strong, but it's really strong. They have a new Exodia deck. That's actually really good.
Exodia still a thing.
Yeah. But yeah.
You're speaking another language right now.
Yeah.
And, I thought Magic was fucking. I don't know. Maybe Magic is still hard, but I don't know.
My comparison, the thing that I would say that makes Yu-Gi-Oh hard is yes, it'll end in 3 turns.
Oh yeah, FTKs.
It's a gameplay loop of set up your board, turn 1, turn 2, your opponent tries to break the board. If they fail to, turn 3, you kill your opponent. That's the general loop for the game right now. So you'll see players to extend the game or to give themselves more time will run hand traps. So think of just a counter that you can play without paying a resource, essentially. Like you discard a card from hand to trigger the effect. Stuff like that. And if you don't have hand traps, you have what are called board breakers. So if you're familiar with Raigeki, which is destroy all monsters on your opponent's side of the board, stuff like that. So
Oh shit.
which you're like, oh, that sounds broken, but you're like, no, you kind of need that shit because otherwise you're looking at guys who stop that from even happening because you let them hit the board. So, like, it's this weird. There's a weird like turn one is this weird hand trap mini game where you're playing around what your opponent has in hand, and then turn two turns into another like navigate your opponent's board to get what you need out kind of a deal. And then turn three, generally everything kind of settles. If not, it becomes what people refer to as Yu-Gi-Oh, which is like, okay, now you're playing around with how summons and work with stuff like that. It's fun. It's just like it's not intuitive.
Yeah, turn 3 in Magic, I just summoned my first creature.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I would say Yu-Gi-Oh is just not like the what makes it hard is just the game is not intuitive. It doesn't play like any other TCG. It's
I mean, you don't need mana.
It's expensive.
It's one of the things I play this and I play that.
Kind of. So the way to like summon cards is a trick because you get one normal summon, and a normal summon is a card that you just play on the board, right?
Yeah, and then the special summon and all that.
You have
yeah.
So when it comes to special summons, you have unlimited special summons. You can special summon as many times as you want, unless someone puts a floodgate on the board, which basically says you can only. It'll be like summon lock, which will say you can only special summon once per turn or something like that.
Yeah.
The special summon limits you go crazy with it, right? What follows after that is also like you can play as many magic spell cards or set as many trap cards as long as you have zones on the field. So there are technically resources. It's just not that the resources are. I wouldn't say the resources are the same as like I tap my mana to pay to play this. It's I can play this, but I have to meet certain conditions first in order for it to come out. So, like, for example, I play a deck called Live Sprites, or specifically Evil Twins. This deck can blow up the moment I play one card, and I get hit with a hand trap. And the way it works is I'll play one card, and that is Evil Twin Kisakill. That'll let me grab from my deck the twin card Leela, and I can play her to the field immediately, right? That would be me doing my normal summon, and then everything for the rest has to be special summons. If I use a single normal summon, I mean, if you stop me from being able to special summon somehow after that, I'm fucked. My turn ends. I'm done.
Sounds like a combo deck to me.
It is. It's fun. It is a lot of decks in Yu-Gi-Oh are combo decks. Like, it's very hard to play. Well, I'm not gonna say it's very hard. There are certain control decks that are hard to play. There are some control decks I look at and I see the person playing and I go, "Fuck you," but then let me do my fucking combo. But then there's other stuff that I'm like, okay, yeah, that actually takes some effort to navigate. I can't really be mad. Dear God, JP has an 11 win streak. What the hell happened?
I mean, I tried with King, but I tried.
Oh, when did you get 11?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, wait a minute.
I feel like when you talk about cards, we're all under like a state of like
I'm not gonna lie though, like when I was playing King when we got a perfect, I was paying attention to what Mark was talking about. That's just I'm joking. No, I lost.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. For those interested, the Digimon TCG is also getting an app.
You know, I saw a commercial for that game finally on YouTube. I was like, oh shit. There's, you know, I only see that advertisement for Digimon card TCG.
It's fun.
No, I can imagine. I just, you know, if you play,
Well,
play one
JP,
card game,
I'm invested into 3 TCGs at the moment.
That's the
You're
thing.
only invested.
I don't think it's possible to be invested in more than one if you care about your like
Your main one, yeah. When
yeah, so, and I can like peripherally appreciate all TCGs, but there's no way. I mean, maybe there's a digital client, which there is, and that's just a whole other thing altogether.
Because right now I'm Magic Lorcana I'm really interested into right now as well.
You're into Lorcana?
Yeah, because of my wife.
Well, as long as you have somebody to play with, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, she's into it, and I learned the mechanics, and I'm like, this is actually pretty deep, so I learned it too.
I just thought it was like simplified Magic when I first saw it.
It's cool because like that's what I thought too, but it's actually pretty deep, and it reminds me of Duel Masters, and I like Duel Masters a lot.
Oh, then you like Digimon. There's a lot of similarities in that aspect. Okay, I had to take that win streak, JP. I'm sorry.
No, it's alright. I'm tired.
You're over here with double digits.